Oh, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Just when you think you got it all down, and I tell you, technology always is going to try to throw you a wrench, but praise God, I'm grateful anyway that we are on here. Um, and listen, we've got a lot to talk about. I don't know about you. Of course, I'm in Topeka, Kansas. We've got snow falling. It's beautiful. Um, and so I don't know. This hopefully is our last snow. We generally have one in March in this part of the country, but it's beautiful. And I don't have to go out in it, which makes it even better. And it's going to be deep. It already looks like there's 2 or 3 inches out there. And I believe it's going to go ahead and snow through the day. But you all, come on, jump on, and as always, comment, share, um, bring your questions in because I like to answer questions while you're here. Um, and I know that last week the quality of the live was not good, so I ended up doing a video to cover all the basics of functional medicine because I want to make sure that you all get that. And if you missed the actual video that I did, has some PowerPoint slides, you can go over to my page, which is Rita Stanley, MD, because I want you to like that page anyway. That's my business page. And you can watch that video. It's about 15 minutes at your leisure so that you fully understand what functional medicine is. I also got a text from a friend here in Topeka who told me that he was watching NBC or CBS something this morning and they were talking about functional medicine. So I'm encouraged knowing that we've learned a lot during this pandemic. And I think one of the things that we've learned is there isn't just one approach to healthcare and wellness. So we have to acknowledge the other approaches that are more proactive and preventive. So I'm glad to hear that on major networks they're talking about functional medicine. Um, Again, I want you to like my page, Rita Stanley MD. Rita Stanley MD, that's my Facebook page. And I also want you to go to my website, which is ritastanleymd.com. I try to keep it simple for you. And you can do a lot of things at that website. You can find out more about the services I provide, my locations and hours, and you can get registered for a discovery call from that website. And really, I'm in the opinion right now that everybody should invest in the discovery call because otherwise you can't get off of first base. You just kind of are stuck. Now that you're understanding more of what I do and that I don't have to be where you are to do it, then that discovery call is the first step that helps me really get you pointed in the right direction. And I have people who will provide recent lab results before we even do this discovery call, and that gets us even further. Because my whole goal is to get you into a comprehensive functional medicine consultation where we cover everything. We make sure that you don't have inflammation in your cardiovascular system. We make sure that your hormone system is balanced from your pituitary to your thyroid to your adrenal glands to your ovaries or testicles. We also make sure that your gut health is on point because if it's not, we're not going to get very far. We help with your immune system support. So when you get that comprehensive functional medicine evaluation, then I'm really able to do a more individualized plan. So come on, I'm not seeing any comments. I just want to make sure um, that you're on here. It looks like there should be 3 people on. Because I want to talk today about one of the services that I'm providing called IVIM nutrient therapy. But first, somebody let me know that you can hear me and see me clearly. As always, just let me know where you are coming from or responding from. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and the worst case scenario is you'll see it later. So one of the things that um, is such an important part of functional medicine is once we've identified those imbalances, and many times they're nutritional. We have a lot of nutritional deficiencies in this country that go unrecognized. And the two that are at the top of the list are around vitamin D, D as in dog, and magnesium. So those are the two most common deficiencies that we see in this country, but that's not the only ones. I see a lot of B vitamin deficiencies on down the line. So one of the things that is part of a functional medicine evaluation and treatment is identifying, oh, hey, Pastor Stanley, is my husband listening? And Miss Alfreda. Okay, great. I'm glad y'all can hear me. So once you have come to see me and we've done some testing, I know specifically what it is that you're deficient in. And so instead of guessing, instead of kind of waving a magic wand and trying to give you everything by oral supplementation, I like to be able to have another option of supporting what it is that we find that you're missing. And one of the ways to do that is utilizing what we call IV, intravenous, or IM, intramuscular therapy, nutrient therapy. It's very focused, or at least in my practice, I try to keep it based on what we have identified in your evaluation. I recommend a lot of oral supplements, and those of you who have come to see me know that. So when you come to see me, we measure some things, I look at your history, we have our consultation, an overview of that consultation with recommendations. One of them is always supplementation. And it's very, I call it targeted supplementation because it's based on your individualized situation and testing. So generally, I'll send you my recommendations and you order capsules or whatever form it comes in, and you start taking what we've identified as being suboptimal. And that's great. I'll always do that. And quite frankly, the best way to support any nutritional deficiency is through food. That's always at the top of the list. So if you've got a nutritional deficiency, food that contains what you're missing is the best way. But we just know that these days the food is not great. We don't really know the nutritional content of the food that's grown in this country for the most part. The other thing is we've done so many things and prescribed so many medicines. We're not always confident. I'm not always confident that your GI tract is able to absorb what I'm having you take every day. But I still and will always recommend oral supplementations. I'll recommend food first, oral supplementations. And the third thing, and what we're talking about today, is providing you with these missing nutrients in a form that bypasses the GI tract. So that means either intravenous, where we place a small IV into your vein, just like, I mean, you've had IVs before in the ER, the hospital, it's no different than that. But we're able to actually provide what's missing through the IV. The other route is intramuscular. And intramuscular is the way that you get your vaccines and a lot of your shots that are common. They go in that upper arm and they're going for the muscle, okay? Because we know that the muscle is very vascular, and whatever we give into that muscle is going to be absorbed and get to your cells, just as an IV, when we're giving you what you're missing, it doesn't have to go through the GI tract. I don't have to wonder if your bypass surgery has kept you're not absorbing well, or whatever the case may be, because it goes right to the cells. And I'll emphasize this to you again, you all, health begins and ends at the cellular level. So it's our cells that we want to be healthy, always, always. And then you'll have healthy organs. Hey, Roz from Atlanta, good to see you on. Um, So again, I'm just laying the foundation so that you understand the importance and the benefits of IV and IM therapy, which is provided at Revital Wellness Center. Um, Thank you all for your congratulations on the grand opening of the office here in Topeka, Kansas. Topeka, Kansas is where we live now, my husband and I. I'm a Kansas City girl. But we live in Topeka, and this has become our home, and this has become the community that we are concerned about. And so I thought, I want to bring what God has given me to this community, to the people here. And so that office officially opens on Monday, the 21st. And we'll have a tour and just, so people can see it between 5 and 6. So you are certainly welcome to come out to that. And that's where we'll provide all the services I provide, whether you're getting hormones or hormone pellet implant therapy, whether or not you're coming in for the IV therapy, the IM therapy will be done in that office. So I look forward to that. And to my Topeka people, to my family, to my people in Topeka here, um, your if you know anybody that is in nursing, whether it's an LPN, an RN, even a strong, experienced CNA, medical assistant, please let me know so that we can be staffed and have a full team to provide the services that you'll get at Revital Wellness Center. So just send me an email, a messenger, if you know of anybody who is looking, who may be frustrated with the healthcare system, and just doesn't want to stay in a hospital or something that's really intense, but they want to learn as well because they are going to learn a different way at Revital Wellness Center with Dr. Rita Stanley. They're going to be introduced to a different mindset about how you stay well, how you become proactive in your health, how you'll be empowered to remain healthy. So I'm excited that not only will they help me provide a service, but they'll also be engaged in a different way, a different mindset around wellness that will carry them far into their careers. So Topeka, let me know. Send them my way immediately. And then the other thing I wanted to do real quickly is I have already a wonderful virtual assistant, and his name is Alan. Alan is not in Topeka. Alan is in the Philippines. And I want to say something to you. Alan is working behind the scenes. And if you reach out to Revital Wellness Center, you'll hear from him because he's that person who is going to make sure that the health record, the electronic health record is people are getting in, they're getting registered, they're getting their appointment set. So I'm excited that he's part of the team. Quite a young man. So back to the IV therapy. You know, IV therapy is not new. So although it tends to be trending on the coast as always. You see people in New York, you see people in California who are going into these places. Sometimes they're called IV drip bars or IV infusion centers, and they go in to get sometimes just hydration, just normal saline. Other times they're going to get something that'll help them get over the symptoms of their hangover, or, having drunk too much the night before, or for women who are having menstrual cramping and just all the symptoms that come during that time of the month, will get an infusion with fluids that contain micronutrients that help their muscles relax and help them. So that it's been around for a long time. It is not new. But what I find in the Midwest is that a lot of times people have not heard about it. So that's why I'm here to tell you about it. Um, so again, basically based on your testing and your symptoms, because you will have to complete an intake form. You won't just walk into Revital Wellness Center and just say, I want order from a menu of IVs. No, I'll be more systematic, and I'm not being critical, but my way is to be systematic and determine what it is that you need. And then based on that, I'll tell you which infusion you need, and they can be modified. But for the most part, you'll get a very balanced IV infusion. And I tell you, my main couple of them that I will promote in the beginning specifically One is an intramuscular injection. So actually, there's a special right now that I'm providing. So if people go ahead and commit to 3 weekly injections, they'll get a free B12. But it's called Tri-Immune Boost. That's the name of it. So you'll see it more and more on my social media. But I'm providing that immediately. That's intramuscular. So you basically would have scheduled an appointment, filled out the intake form, you come in and you get the injection. But let me tell you the power of Tri-Immune Boost. Tri-Immune Boost, particularly right now where we're still in a pandemic, has 3 powerful immune support ingredients. One is glutathione, and many of you all have heard of glutathione, but it's a powerful antioxidant, and it has an effect on your immune cells, and really your total body because it's an antioxidant. So it will contain glutathione, it will contain zinc, and we know the benefits of zinc when it comes to the immune system. The immune cells depend a lot on adequate zinc, and it will also contain vitamin C, ascorbic acid. So you get 3 powerful immune support nutrients in one injection weekly for 3 weeks. And you'll still continue to take glutathione, zinc, C, but this will allow you to have gotten, and your cells to have gotten a real direct, I say, hit, or we know that with this IM injection, your cells are getting all 3 of those things. So that's the first one that we are really promoting, and it's so beneficial right now because we're not done, y'all. We're not done with this pandemic, so I want your immune systems to stay ready. The other thing in terms of an IV infusion that we really will begin with is something called Myers cocktail. And it's been around. Dr. Myers actually created it. And it has a wonderful combination of the B vitamins. It's got calcium, vitamin C. So it's almost a go-to in any event, whatever we find on your lab. So, but then we'll have other more specific IV therapies that are available to you. But I just want you to be able to just get your mind around it. It's not new. We've been getting IVs forever, particularly usually in an acute setting. They'll put an IV in and run something in it. But this takes it from an acute setting to part of your wellness maintenance. And it helps me to know that when I measure your lab and you've got inflammation on your lab, I know that I can provide you. Vitamin C is a powerful anti-inflammatory, by the way, as are a lot of these nutrients. But I know that I can provide something that is going to get into your system immediately to address that inflammation. I'm still going to be trying to figure out why you're inflamed, what's going on in your gut. But again, you have an effective way. It helps me to begin to address those things that I measure and that are imbalanced. So let me look down. I've been talking a lot. See if you all have any questions. Hey, Miss Sweet, Miss Divers here in Topeka. And thanks, Roz. Roz is my sister. Thanks for congratulations on the Revital Wellness Center. I'm so excited. I just know that there are people here that will their lives will be changed as they commit, as they come in, as they allow me to look and dive deep and to measure some things which will give me the information I need to provide specific therapies to them. Let's see if there's anything else I want to mention to you. If again, this is a dialogue here, so if you have any questions, please post them. I'll look through the day and I'll answer through the day. Um, and there will be times where I'll provide even more information, but I want you to get started. I want you to get off of first base. I want you, especially now, I really consider this time. We see the Omicron surge reducing. So I see it as a time for us to regroup. We have to regroup. And we know the theme is recovery, but it's time now for you to regroup and just get some things checked out. See where you are. What's your new baseline? And I know because I'm seeing this, you'll be surprised at how there are certain parts of your body that have fallen behind as a result of the stress of this time. So I want you to go ahead, go to my website, ritastanleymd.com. As soon as it opens, you'll see a orange button in that right upper corner to schedule a discovery consultation. And that will be our starting point. Some of you might say, I don't even want to fool with the discovery consultation. I just want to go ahead and get a full consultation. You can do that on the website as well. And we'll make sure you have everything that you need to get your lab done so that I'll have a full picture and we can dive right into your specific recommendations for your body. But use this time, whatever time we have in the next 4 to 8 weeks, while things are a little bit quieting down with this pandemic, I want you to get some things in place, get started on some therapies so that because nobody can predict, if we get another surge, you won't get caught. Or if you get exposed and get infected, you'll be in a much better place for your body to take care of that virus. So I'm going to look one last time, see if there's anything down here in the questions or comments. I certainly appreciate you all just taking the time to even listen here. And I pray that you are learning and you are just broadening your mindset. Because what I really believe is as we move forward in this country, um, traditional medicine will always be important. But I just want people to have another mechanism, another way to take care of themselves in a more proactive, preventive way. Amen. So we're not caught. And even if our genetics, if we get some diagnosis, we are in a much better place to heal and receive whatever treatment is necessary. Amen. So thank you again. Like my page, Rita Stanley MD. Go to my website, ritastanleymd.com. Schedule that discovery call. And, we're going to be okay. We really are. So I'm excited to be in a position to help you. For those of you all who are in Topeka, please come out on the 21st. That's Monday. From 5 to 6, and just take a tour, get some snacks. We'll have a drawing. So you come in and we'll have a drawing where you'll have access to a free service. So I want you to come on in and be part of that. Wear your mask. So when you come in for our open house, have a mask on. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.